Hi guys, we're back at Smash Fishing. I'm absolutely sweating. We're going conger fishing tonight. Hopefully another episode of Conger Wars. I've got all the rods with me today, got the wheel. So I'm going to get it all set up now, get the wheel out with the GoPro. Hopefully we can see what's down there. So stay tuned. Hopefully we get some big ones. Woo! It's Smash Fishing. What I've got with me today, got my bag. Got a bag of weights there. Got my 3 rods, big bucket of bait and the crab wheel. When I get this down now, while the sun's going down, I'll see if anything wants to come round for a nose. I'm not interested in cooking anything today, or any lobsters if I get one, but it'd be nice to see what's there. So I'm gonna get all the rods set up, get the wheel out. Woo! Looking forward to this one. The wheel out now. Rods I've got with me, I've got my 10 fathom with the 13 footer, got my dial sea line and my trusty 12 footer, but I'm only going to be fishing with 2 tonight just in case one messes up somehow. I've got a spare. I'm going to set up the rod now. Woo, and show you what I'm doing with the baits. Woo! Using our standard conger rigs today. I made up some fresh ones. Big barrel swivel, about 2 or 3 feet of 200-pound mono, an 8-0 mustard hook, and a small piece of line with it's a weak link. This is 15-pound line, weaker than my actual main line on my rods. So this, if the weight hooks into the bottom, we can snap it off and still land the fish hopefully, unless the hook gets caught up and then you're pretty much screwed. So I'm going to get these all set up now guys, and I'll get onto the bait. Better show of the rigs. There's the 8-0 mustard, 200-pound line to one of the eco weights. We're going to be using these in most of the conger videos now, just to protect the grounds a little bit more. It's not so bad. These break up very easily, so it's all good. I'm going to throw one rod out at the moment, just while the tide's coming up. I want darkness to come before I start really fishing properly. At the moment, I'm just going to play around with the GoPro. Hopefully there's some stuff in there. And a chuck. I've got all sorts of bait with me today. Got bluey, got baby mackerel, got squid, horse mackerel, and in here, if I can open it, there we go. We've got lots of big cuttlefish. Cuttlefish is a really underestimated bait, but when the squid start coming in, the cuttlefish come in with it. So the congers will be feeding on this. And all I do is just take the backbone out of it and then hook it on whole and cast that bad boy out there. There we go. That's the backbone. All you do is just push it up, it will fly out. And then that there is a killer bait for a conger. Good size, still a little bit frozen, but I don't mind that. So I'm going to get that on the hook now. All I do is hook it straight through the top and then you're fishing. Hell yeah, let's get it out. Whoop. Conger Wars, baby. Straight in the middle of the gully. You don't need to cast far for congers. Their sense of smell is like a bloodhound. They can smell a bait from a long way away. And that's all you need to do. Just flick it out and leave it to sit. Woo! Time to cool down a bit. Got my drag set quite tight. Just enough that it won't pull the rod stand over. Slight arch in the rod tip. And when you get a bite, you're slowly lifting into it. And when you can feel him hooked, then you give him all hell. Let's go, baby. These are great reels, these are. I'm going to buy another one. The 25N, they're powerful and they cast lovely with these massive baits. I'm casting like almost 12 ounces of weight with that, I think, when it's wet. So, good rods, good reels. You need strong tackle. And it's £30 mainline. I wouldn't go lower than 20 if you're fishing grounds like this where it's all just rough, really snaggy ground. See how many weights I've carried with me today. Absolute bag full. I've got some leads with me as well, just in case I lose the lot. Good thing to know, if you're inexperienced, I wouldn't recommend doing what I'm doing. Don't go out on the rocks by yourself at night time. It is extremely dangerous, especially fishing for conger eel. You're one false slip and you can end up in a lot of trouble. I've fished this mark countless times, and even though I know this mark and I know the grounds, it's still dangerous. So just a heads up, if you're not a confident fisherman, or at least just go in twos. That's the easiest way out of it. Go in twos, then your friend can help you. That's always the best way. I just thought I'd put that in there. I don't want to promote people going out like I do on the rocks by themselves, especially not for conger eel. But hey ho, hopefully we can get a big one. Woo! Got the custom gaff with me. It's nice and long, this one, so I don't have to go to the water's edge too far. There's a big platform down the back here where I can just walk down, and there's a big flat bit that I can land fish on. It's always a good tip if you're fishing, just look around the place before you start fishing. Just look around for good spots to land fish. Trust me, it will help you if you get a big one. See the sort of grounds I'm fishing. It's big cliff edges. I'm right up on the top of the rocks at the moment, just showing you the ground. Really snaggy, rough ground. Gonna lose a ton of gear, but I'm gonna move around here later on. Had some nice congers out of here. How I'm baiting up with the mackerel is just slicing down both sides and just turning it into a flapper. Watch your fingers, just like so. Take the backbone out, and as you can see, nice mackerel flapper there. And all I do is go under the throat and out the top of the head, and that's all it is really. All mackerel or fish baits, that's how I bait them up. It's very simple. because the congers, they engulf things so easily, and with hooking them like this through the top of the mouth, they've got to swallow the whole bait. So in hindsight, it might make them got hooked a little bit less, but like either way, it's conger fishing, so they always got hooked at one point. I've made a little tool to try and help with that, to get the hooks out. So if we get one tonight, I'll show you that, guys. I'm going to get the second bait out now. The sun's just going down. It's witching hour, baby. Let's go get him. Second rod out now. I've put it this side of the tripod because I've cast towards a big pile of rocks out there. So it's right down the side. There's a big chance that I'm going to lose this, but it's a risk you got to take. You want the most snaggy, horrible, weedy ground you can find for congers. That's where the mamas will be. So come on, let's get them. Had a bite already. Come on. Just going to tighten up to it a little bit. Let's see if it's coming out. Come on. Got me excited. Come on, daytime conger. Look at that for a sunset. Fishing's not just about catching fish. Sights like that, you can't beat it. As the sun goes down, that will become bright orange. We got awesome sunsets around here. I'm gonna try something a little bit different today. I've got my rope down here, and I've got some really big blue lights. So I'm gonna strap a couple to the side of the wheel while it's night time and see if we can see anything. And the good thing about having a wheel where you're gonna land the fish, oh, there's a crab pot there as well. The good thing about having ropes here is when I'm landing fish, if something bad happens and I go in the water, I've got something to grab hold of. So I killed two birds in one stone with that. You're filming stuff underwater. Oh, that's a bite. Check that out, guys. Oh yeah. Good old girlfriend walks over the rocks and brings babe a hot chocolate. It's a good old girlfriend. Conger fishing, baby. Just dropped a good fish. What had happened is the line went up over my clip, and when I struck into it, it come off. So I'm going to throw another bait out now. Hopefully I'll take another bait. I can get my trace back. Welcome supplies in the crab wheel. Got a lady crab and a shanker. We don't want none of this though. Hopefully you can let go soon. Come on. Oh. Once he decides to let go. There you go, got him off. Nice little shanker there, mouthful of food. He's off back. Missed a nice conger before, so hopefully everything starts picking up. I think not sure if I've got a fish on or not, guys. If it is, it's very small. Yeah, first eel of the day. Swimming towards me. Oh. Oh, it's not a bad one. I'll get him up and I'll get you a better show. First eel of the night. Not a bad one. About the £7 mark. I'm just going to get my disgorger, get him unhooked, and we'll get you a release. Come here. There we go, guys. Not a huge eel, but an eel nonetheless. Around the £7–8 mark. But I'm happy. I'm over the moon. I've actually got one so far. It's been really tough. I've missed a big one. And I've had a few bites that just didn't capitalise on at all. But hey ho, he's hooked in the corner of the mouth now. So I'm going to get him unhooked, let him revive in the rock pool. I put some water in this rock pool so I can keep them fresh. Especially if I get a big one, I want a nice place to unhook them. I've got my new tool that I made to unhook the eel. So I'll show you that now. Quickly get the hook out and we're getting back. Woo! Let's go get his grandma. Got my new tool that I made out of a piece of rebar. It's got a forked end on it. So all I do is run it down the hook. Actually, this one will just come out like that. Look, perfect. Pop the hook out. I'm gonna get him, pick him up now, get him released. Right, come on, little man. There you go. Nice little eel there. I'm gonna take him up. Get him released, baby. We go, we're at the water's edge now. One last show. Ugly face. Lovely little eel. Whoop. That's straight down. He was hooked perfectly, that eel. That's great. Let's get it rebaited. Let's go get some more. Woo! Got some fresh baits made up. That was on cuttlefish, that eel. Check those bad boys out. These are cracking baits. What I've done is I put a small joey mackerel and a squid, and all I do to bait them up is just the same as normal with any sort of sausage bait. It's just thread it down and out the bottom, just like so. Perfect little bait for a conger, that. Hopefully we can get a big one. It's now 1 in the morning. I'm still fishing. It's an absolutely lovely night. There's a little bit of chop on the water. The tide's starting to ebb now. We've just come off high tide, so I'm hoping the congers will switch on a bit. We'll soon see. Definitely putting in the hours tonight. Such a calm night. It's just lovely to be out. I put the third rod out just as a little shotgun rod. I put that right down into a gully. Been a really slow night, but I'm happy to get the one eel. It's better than nothing. But hey ho, there's still time yet, baby. It's now 2 in the morning. Getting ready to pack up soon. Just put some fresh baits out, so I'm going to let these soak. And if I don't get anything, that'll be it. Been an enjoyable trip. Not much fish though. I lost a decent fish when my girlfriend was here, and then I dropped another one a few hours later, and then managed to pick up that smaller fish. But still been an enjoyable trip. This is really snaggy ground here, so when you hook a fish you've got to pull hard. So it's still been fun. I'm absolutely knackered now. I've got a long walk home with all the rods and stuff. So hopefully we can pluck one out for the last half an hour or so. Woo! That's all for today's episode, guys. Not the best trip in the world, but fun all the same. It's now 4 o'clock in the morning. I stayed pretty late. I'm absolutely knackered and I've got a lot of stuff to carry home now. But hey ho, I'm looking forward to looking through the GoPro footage. I'll mix that in with the video. Hopefully the lights worked. It's just a little experiment to see what's down there really. I'm a bit gutted I lost that first big fish because that was a good one but it run me in the rocks, snapped me off. So there's nothing I could do about that. So stay tuned for the next episode, guys. There's going to be a lot more to come of Conger Wars. Hopefully some bigger eels next time, maybe a few more. And hopefully we can get the crab pot out and hopefully get a lobster. So stay tuned. If you like my channel, like, subscribe. It's Smash Fishing.